Hey, guess what? We're live.
Hey, guess what? It's just the Sky Kid. It's Wednesday night. It's been a while, so welcome back. Guess what? It's August. Holy shit, we're in the 8th month of the year. This month is cool, not because we have bands, but because there are 2 full moons. Did you know that? Yes. Also, that's known as a blue moon. I'll spare you all the other details on that. But we've got Cutters from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Before we start, though, I must read this wonderful note I got. So some of our crew members, who you guys never get to see anymore because we don't do the round table thing anymore, showed up. And one of them came bearing a note from another one of our friends. It says, "Do you like me? Circle yes or no." And then it says, "Jess and Kip, we super miss you guys. Sorry we've been distant. I want to get together soon. Love, Steen." Aww, I thought it was so cute that someone took the time to write this note and give it to our carrier pigeon Josie to bring all the way here. So without further ado, Cutters from Milwaukee!
Did you know they're trying to indoctrinate our children with the critical method? Oh, do the critical method. You don't overthink it, don't overthink it, come on. Use the critical method. You don't overthink it, don't overthink it now. If you ever feel lonely, if you ever feel down, know I got a solution, best way I've ever found. Well, now I know you be asking, what you been talking about? Let me tell you something, it will remove all your doubt. You just use vulnerability and describe all what you say. No need to rack your brain, no anxiety, no concentration. Use the critical method. Don't overthink it, don't overthink it. Come on, use the critical method. Don't overthink it, don't overthink it. Come on, use the critical method. That's right. Don't overthink it, don't overthink it. Come on, use the critical method. Don't overthink it, don't overthink it. Now you know the solution. You can unlock all the doors. There's many rooms in the mansion, a universe to explore. With a critical method, and you can never fail. Use the critical method, and you will always prevail. You just use ability and describe all what you say. No need to rack your brain, no anxiety. You cause you brain news. Use the critical method. Don't overthink it, don't overthink it. Come on, use the critical method. Don't overthink it, and you don't overthink it. Come on, do the critical method. Don't overthink it, don't overthink it. Come on, do the critical method. That's right. Don't overthink it, don't overthink it. Alright folks, we are Cutters from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Right now it's about the time of the show. I'd like to introduce the band. Behind me, with a fist of fury, raging on the skins. Some say he's a rock monster from Chachanka. We'll never know, but he's known as Bob Fest Bob. Get on the drums, give it up. Woo! And over here on my right, laying it down on the 4-string mofo bass, playing the grooves. Oh yeah, gut busting. Mr. Steve Montgomery on bass guitar, right? Woo! And yours truly, a being made of over 80 separate entities. But tonight, I come to you as the Sound Man. So let's review. When I say critical method, you repeat back critical method. And when I say don't overthink it, you scream don't overthink it, okay? Let's try it out, okay? In case you get confused, Bob's gonna help us out. Oh yeah. Critical method. That's right. Don't overthink Thank you. Alright, this next song is for all the imaginary bands out there. We've all played in a few imaginary bands.
We had a few people try to sign up to the show with imaginary.
We all know the imaginary band, so this song is called Imagination for them.
A few.
I saw a glimmer of hope, a late night phone call. Ring, ring, who could it be? Hello? We don't make any records and we never play shows. All we do is fuck around, drinking booze and get stoned. They think we're really good, yeah, we think they're great. We haven't wrote a song since 1998. Don't try very hard, never tune our guitar. Can't make it to the gig 'cause we don't have a car. We're gonna make it big, yeah, we're gonna go far. I saw a glimmer of hope to be the next superstar. Oh, we are playing an imaginary band, rocking all day in an imaginary land. It's hard to make it big in imaginary lands. If you imagine it, you can have a band too. It's what you do. Imaginary, it's imaginary band. The singer's megalomania, it turns up the crowd, but he's drowned up because the drums are too loud. Look up the audience, that's okay because not too many pedals cause the guitar to buzz. Noodling around the stage, there's no service in sight. The singer and his girlfriend stop and listen to fight. We get to the studio, we don't have a clue. We're gonna get so drunk, we can't play the whole way through. Oh, we all playing in imaginary land, rocking all day in imaginary land. It's hard to make it big in imaginary land. But if you imagine it, you can have a band too. Doesn't matter just what we play. Imaginary fans will love us anyway. What's the point of putting in work while a little bit of chumps we're imaginary? Yeah. We are playing imaginary lands, rocking all day in imaginary land. It's hard to make it big in imaginary lands. If you imagine it, you can have a band too. It's what you do. Imaginary band. I see a glimmer of hope. I see a glimmer of hope. I see a glimmer of hope.
That
Glimmer
was,
of hope, folks.
Glimmer of hope. Hell yeah.
that
Thank you.
was like the best song I've ever heard ever.
Thank you.
Why do you?
We dedicate this next one to Lemmy. Rest in peace, Lemmy. We're gonna thrash a little for you guys.
Fuck yeah.
Hey! Yeah! Yeah! So you in the minister, come on! Living in the fair, we everywhere. Living in fear as a slave with no master, no plan, no help. Dreaming about no doubt of yourself, your life and master. Know the trick, feel like a snake. Make no mistake, you're a walking disaster. Heading in despair, we everywhere. Living in fear as a slave with no master. Letting rain, razor slade, no time to care. Life in despair, you blame someone else. Slave to yourself, burn to the core. You can't say no. Hey. There's a slave and no master. Slave and no master. Second first. Slave and no first. You're living a curse. There's a slave and no master. Quenching your thirst. Heading at first. Even though it hurts, your labor and master. No time to feel. Let yourself heal. No joy to steal. You're walking disaster. Second first. Slave and the first. Living a curse. And a slave and a master. Let it rain. Raise and slave. No time to care. You're laying in despair. Slave to yourself. You blame someone else. You burn to the core. You can't say no. Hey!
Yeah. Hell yeah.
All right. Everyone on Team Cutters, OG Team Cutters, that know what this shirt's from and where our band name comes from. It's from an old movie called Breaking Away, but Team Cutters, assemble! It's time to win the race! Let's go! Yes, I'm a color again. Feels like I don't belong. That's just a dirty word. Something I'll never be. I'm just going to build these walls. Nothing used to block my way. Not gonna waste my life. We're gonna give my fire. It's good enough for me. I gotta live in this town. These boys, they ain't so smart. I'm gonna turn this around. I need some more without this with them. Got such a pain in my heart. Buongiorno, it's normal, it's apple pie. I just ain't just Hey, 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 come on. Yes, I'm a cutter again. This night I don't belong. To them it's just a dirty word. Something I'll never be. I'm just going to build these walls. Nothing used to block my way. Not gonna waste my life. We're gonna give 'em a fire. Here comes the race, folks. Oh, the crack of a stunning gun. Cutters, we're breaking away. We're never daunted. Oh, we never fall down. Oh, cutters, we're winning the day. We're winning the day. Winning the day. Let's go. Thanks, folks. We got one more for you.
Hell yeah.
This last song is a cheerful one about addiction called Drug Drunk. Greasy, my mind's aching.
beer, so I have to fucking do this.
That was the Cutters. We'll be back after a short intermission. Don't go anywhere, or you may take the bathroom with you to the phone. That sounds cool, doesn't it? Take the phone to the bathroom with you and watch the videos. Never mind. We'll be back in a little bit with an interview. Haha, and it'll be far more articulate. Okay, thanks, bye.
Or click.
As we callously trample the garden, reckoning its demise. This prophetic nation buried in earth and ice, wearing the mark of shame. Bear witness the sky is raining acid. We devour the heart as it beats. All of your martyrs, liars and lies, are crawling the earth, covered in maggots, oblivious to flame, burning alive, never to thrive again. Casually suffer the blunders. A generation of piling decay. I am carried on into the winter. That occupies all I have seen. As I wander meander and falter through the years of mine that ache to breathe. me on Bourbon Street. Walk through the rain to Armstrong Park. Let worries on top, find and stumble to Burgundy. Some lessons have to leave a mark. Beg the city to impair paranoia from nowhere. A quick carefree red eye, not just love me or die. Without a moment to prepare, New Orleans, I'll be there. Drink bottles and bolos with straps on my feet, dealing on basin in St. Louis Street. Just looking for an option to get by. I think about these things I do. All else coldly flutter through and breathe the mischief that my carelessness provides. Spawn of recklessness and care. Creaking noises in the air. A quick carefree red eye, not just love me or die. Without a moment to prepare, New Orleans, I'll be there. Impair, spawn of recklessness and care. A quick carefree red eye, not just love me or die. Without a moment to prepare, New Orleans, I'll be there. Kill them dead tonight! Till it breaks like the angry brigade. Because the only thing that's left to lose is our chain. Manufacturing consent of these failed states. Reject the conquest of bread. A mutual aid is from common sense to capital. The story unfolds. It's a people's history of a brave new world. Well, it's a long war to freedom for the wretched of the earth. We throw a spider in the works. Both sides will fall. Little gods must die when we kill them dead. Kill them dead tonight, and I said, both sides will fall. All gods must die when we kill them dead. Kill them dead tonight. Flammable material catch a fire in my head. Feed the 5,000 fresh through a rotten vein. Give me death, or give me convenience. Changing the sound of the civil disobedience. The London's calling a warning of nuclear attack. Takes a nation and millions to hold us back. You can't stop this ungovernable force. So fuck them and their law. Kill them dead, kill them dead, kill them dead tonight. Kill them dead, kill them dead, kill them dead tonight. When you question those who question you, if they take a tooth, they take an eye, and kill them dead tonight. Both sides fall. Little gods must die.
Hey, guess what? We're live.
It's Jess the Sky Kid. I'm going to try to be more put together this time around. It's getting late. I got
Crickletic.
work in the morning. Anyway, we're here with Cutters, and we'll do introductions because even though at the start of the first song, yes, you did the cute little introduction, but let's go through who you are and what you do in the group. We'll start over here. Hi.
Bob, and I play the drums.
I'm Jamie, guitars and vocals.
Steve, I play the bass.
And how long have you all been a group?
We formed in the summer of 2021. Just kind of, I've known Bob for over 20 years, and we met up with another individual who played bass originally for us, and kind of just decided to say screw it and just write simple songs that entertained us and were kind of indicative of our tastes in music and what we enjoyed about seeing live original music. So I think that's about it.
Okay, so that's really kind of when the world started opening back up. And as a fairly newer band, how has it been trying to book shows? What does that look like for y'all? Who's in charge of that?
Bob, you take that one.
Yeah. Well, it is always a grind to try to get all the moving parts together for a show. So we have done a lot of shows. I guess my standard for a non-imaginary band would be 3 shows a year in the same market. So as long as we try to do at least 3 local shows, we're kind of keep going. And but we're trying to find our audience and trying to find venues and places that fit our style. It's kind of different. We sound like a cover band, but we don't do covers. We play Iron Maiden-esque songs, but we don't play Iron Maiden covers.
Yeah, let's talk about that. So, when you booked with me, you wrote that you were old school, hardcore, and metal. So you totally don't sound like that to me. What does that mean to you?
I'd say we're more like alternative punk rock and metal, and yes, we don't sound like that, but it's kind of the spirit, I think, of kind of those classic genres, because we're not punk per se, we're not metal per se, but
How would you describe, because the last song you played sounded very 90s grunge to
yes,
me.
you're right.
And I feel like you fluctuated. There was blues influence in your music. There was classic rock influence. There was some old rock and roll and punk-esque elements. So, I mean, you guys are kind of all over the board. I mean, musicianship-wise, you know, you have a very cultured presentation. So for those listening, they'd be like, oh, and they can draw on all of those elements. I don't know where you would fit.
Yeah. Same, I mean, I
Union
agree,
Park
totally.
Tavern on Sunday night.
We wear our influences on our sleeves, like the way we write material is come up with a riff, and then we'll kind of name that riff, like, oh, this sounds like Aerosmith, or this sounds like Queens of the Stone Age, or, you know, Cheap Trick, or Nirvana, and then that's how we use it as a reference to which section of the song we're in.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, if you really listen with a critical ear, you can pretty much pick out our influences very easily. Like I said, we just kind of played stuff that we enjoy. Like, we
Yeah.
enjoy all those
It's
genres
all
and
over the
stuff.
place, but that's
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, my tastes are everything from classical to jazz to reggae to punk to metal to thrash, you know. It's all good.
So when you are booking shows, have you played out yet so far? Have you been able to obtain those 3 shows in?
2.
Yeah, yes, we have. We
Recently.
played throughout Milwaukee. We played a show in Illinois for Shit Show Productions. I think you know those guys.
Peach Vomit.
And we started off in River West of Milwaukee. We played Last Rites, which is a great punk bar. We would love to get into places like X-Ray Arcade. What's some other places that we are trying to get into? we would love to break into the Kenosha scene too. We are open to playing all over. We're looking for shows currently.
Okay. I guess. I mean, you guys have been, because you said you've known each other 20 years, right? And then you
I've
have a
known
history.
Bob for probably 10 or
Yeah.
15.
We've known each other for over 10
And
years.
I've known Jamie now less than that, but it's probably been, what, 5 years?
Maybe 10, I would say. Maybe.
Okay.
So I mean, like you have a history with one another as well
Yeah,
as
yeah.
within Milwaukee itself. When you are seeking out shows, is your approach finding a venue first, or do you reach out to bands you already know and go, "Hey man, can we book a show? Get us in here."
That's Bob.
Yeah, Bob, what you do? What it do?
Well, I don't know, I guess I've been in the scene for like 20 years now, and I'm finally starting to know the people that you got to call, and bands that also been started but still kept going.
Mhm.
They're farther down the line, so you can. But just finding a place where we fit, like we're really not we're really not hardcore, really not like metal where it's like the cracked and the vinyls, like really hardcore metal. I only know what a lot of that kind of stuff, where the lines are, but just trying to find a place where we fit, because it says it's like there's a lot of cover bands, especially where we're at in West Dallas.
And I also think there's a little bit of gatekeeping on some of the venues part. Like they want either the old school, their buddies, or the cover bands that they know are gonna draw a crowd. But I think elsewhere in southeast Wisconsin is more welcoming. I think.
Well, I can tell you, Janesville has a huge scene. If you haven't gone that way, I would. Anson Obvious and the Uncomfortable Moments, O'Reilly is huge. Like, you went and did a show in Harvard for Shit Show Productions. That core group they're Jazz Friction now, not Red Flags.
Yeah, Jazz Friction.
Them and Party Marty and O'Reilly from Anson Obvious and the Uncomfortable Moments and Peach Vomit, all of those folks are kind of a core part that started to branch off, and they tie into people like Cat and the Hurricane, who their advice is do perform at open mics, find other musicians who then have all of these eccentric tastes and would book multi or mixed genre shows where there isn't just like, this is a punk show, this is a insert genre name here show, and those folks that you're connected to, my suggestion would be to continue to springboard off of them, because they will have more for you to do.
Mm-hmm. I think we want to raid your Rolodex before we leave and get some of those
Yeah,
names written down.
Okay.
That's a good band name.
Book of business.
Raid your
Rolodex.
Rolodex? I like it. She's slutty. Her makeup is smeared and like
She's
her.
old and slutty.
Raid your Rolodex.
Yeah, she's got ripped nylons and a cigarette that's about to burn her.
My name
burns all over.
My name
She's
is
got
Rolodex.
Shelley
Good band name,
Duvall
too.
fucking
Nice and sleazy.
cigarette.
Yeah, sleazy. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so as you were performing, you were like, for those of you who know, but a lot of people don't, who are watching this show, where did you get your name from?
This is a good one.
Yes.
I try.
So there's a movie that came out in 1979. It's called Breaking Away. It has a young Dennis Quaid and who else? I can't remember. the other name.
Yeah.
But it's actually kind of a heartwarming, sweet tale, like underdog, coming of age story about some teenagers who were in Indiana.
Bloomington,
Indiana, and they're called cutters because that's like they were just considered losers or stoners or whatever.
Well, their families worked in the quarries, right?
That's right.
So they were stone cutters.
Oh.
They're
That's right.
working class. They're
Gotcha.
like the college kids look down on them,
That's
and
right.
there's where the competition comes in. Team cutters.
Yes.
Go ahead, tell us.
At the end of the movie, there's a bicycle race because one of the characters is huge into like racing bikes, pedal bikes, and there's a big race at the end of the movie, and of course they're the underdogs and they win the day. And basically that song that we sing, Cutters, is almost every line is taken verbatim from that movie. So it's telling the story of
The
that-
underdog.
yeah, we consider ourselves underdogs, so we just thought it fit.
Why do you consider yourself the underdog?
Why not?
Okay.
But
I don't know, Bob.
People have come up to us and they know the movie when they
Yeah.
see
When I went to
which is pretty
Summerfest,
cool.
people were taking pictures with me and asking
Very
if I was
cool.
from Bloomington.
So then, did you also say, no, I'm in a band,
Right.
please do these things on
Yes.
social media?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
All right.
And we would love to play in Bloomington if anyone wants to reach out to
Animal
us.
Factory.
Because
Boom.
they still also
Boom.
they do have the race too, I believe,
There is-
every year. Because it's supposedly based
Those
on a
guys
true
were
story
wild.
or
It's based,
semi-true
it's
story.
based on a
That's
true
great.
story, and one of the
They
guys in the
farted at the
movie
camera.
actually did multiple.
What were you saying? Animal House is a venue?
No, Animal
Oh.
Factory. They
Animal
were a
Factory.
band who played here from Indiana before the whole fucking world shut down.
Yeah.
And so they were wild. They're super great. Also another group who doesn't really fit a genre. They're just great musicians.
The progressive metal.
Okay. Thanks, Josie.
You have to have a label of some sort.
Right.
So, okay.
Right.
That's good.
Whatever.
Like Haken.
But they
Different.
played a bunch of they did have a wide breadth to their musical
They did.
sound, right? The palette was extensive.
It's a broad palette to fit a lot of mouths.
Thank you. So
There it
anyways,
is.
my suggestion would be to reach out to them if you want to play in Indiana.
Liquids.
Animal Party? Animal Factory.
Animal Factory.
Okay.
Well,
Thank you.
I gotta interject here. Well, the main thing about where the name came from is Terry came up with the name.
That's our
When I
original
wore-
bass player.
When I was our original bass player, I wore my IU jersey, Indiana University
Okay.
jersey to practice. We were trying to find a name, and he looked at me and he said Cutters,
Okay.
and that's it spiraled all from there.
Thanks. I like that this came full circle. You gave us history and then why.
And my dad really loved that movie, and he showed it to me when I was younger, growing up, and he really liked, because there's a line in the movie that I sing. It's to them it's just a dirty word. To me, it's something I'll never be. Speaking of the jocks and the kind of preppies, call them cutters. I believe Dennis Quaid says that line. Because they're trying to find themselves and where they belong, and it's actually a really sweet movie.
So you're reliving adolescence through this group.
I guess so.
All right.
I mean, aren't we all? We're musicians, for God's sakes.
Yeah. We never grow up, right?
No, like Peter Pan.
Yeah.
So everybody's just a lost boy then?
I've been called worse.
What? I don't think I'm calling
Well, you
you.
don't have to enumerate.
Here.
So when you arrived, you came bearing gifts. You do have merch.
We do
Right?
indeed.
So I was gifted an album. I was gifted a T-shirt and a pen. Maybe I'll share with you, Josie.
You don't have to.
Anyway, so we'll have stuff for Merch Monday, which, shameless plug, if you are in a group, or you own your own business, or you are an artist, or you are a friend of somebody that falls into those other categories, take a picture of the things, post it on our page, hashtag Merch Monday, and explain like, hey, this is merch from, and make sure you tag the group so that they can receive credit.
Yes, you cook food, make macrame.
Aw, I like that we've expanded.
Dog sitters, I don't know.
Dog sitters?
Whatever.
Macrame Monday.
That might be a new type of merch that we could get into.
Macrame dog leashes.
Oh, cool! That would be
These
really
days.
cool, right? I don't. You
We
could
can't
put little
keep going.
succulents in the words "cutters" as
Yeah.
as they hang. It'd be like CUTT, like one of those mobiles that hang above children's beds.
Mobiles.
Only it'd be dangerous.
That's really going back.
I'm
Oh, yeah.
actually I'm cool with that. I'm here for it.
All right.
Those aren't OSHA approved anymore.
So
Uh-oh.
I get it's okay as long as
Ours
they
will
don't
definitely
choke.
have lead.
All right.
Asbestos.
How does wait macrame is made out of like thick rope though? How does that
Yes,
happen?
yeah.
Jute.
Jute
Jute.
twine.
Jute twine.
Oh
feel-
my
I feel
god!
like we're
How
getting
do
off the
you
rails.
guys?
You guys know they're Jews.
They're Jews.
We digress. My
Don't worry
question.
about it.
Shut up. My question going back to the merchandise was: did you guys make it yourself, and or who did you use? And with that, you want to explain a little bit about the album you gave us? Who, like, How did recording
mixed
go?
all that,
Where
right?
did you do it? Where?
Yes, it was completely produced by us and recorded by us. I just kind of learned the process of doing that as we went. This design is straight from the movie. It's because they were just an underdog team. They had homemade shirts, so
I
it's meant to
really-
look like a homemade shirt.
It's simple.
Very.
I like it.
It's clean.
It is.
And what,
It's
like
very
I
touching.
said,
And dirty
I couldn't
at the
believe
same
how
time.
many people came up to me and were like, "Nice shirt," or like, "You guys from Bloomington," or "That's great from the movie."
Do you ride bikes?
I do.
Occasionally,
Because I feel like that needs to be your next really cool
We
merch
should.
item.
and we wanted to do the River West 24 that just happened recently. We
Or
want.
music video.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
You hear
a
what
good
I'm saying?
idea.
Kenosha
And even if they
Velodrome.
aren't racing bikes like in the movie, we could do
That's
There's a lot-
actually
kind
pretty
of
rad.
goofy stuff.
Okay. Get on some bicycles, make a video.
Your bikes.
Yeah.
And just
Oh,
do it,
that would be
just
so
do
cool.
it. Just do it to Cutters.
That's right. To the song Cutters.
Yeah. There's your video.
We were thinking of having someone make like an 8-bit video game cartridge too, based on it. Kind of a little bike racing.
Speaking of which, doesn't you said that you knew us through Murder Generation, right? Isn't Rich making them?
He made a video game.
That's
he
right,
made
he
a
did.
video game.
I'm like the port and all of you evil
It's
people.
at Last Rights.
It's at Last Rights.
The cabinet is at Last Rights. You can buy it on Steam.
That's rad.
Shameless plug.
Yeah, go buy it. It's a great game.
And it has people from like the scene in it.
Yeah.
What's it called? I'm sorry.
It's called Murder Generation
Murder
Cream
Gen-
City Chaos.
That's
Yeah.
rad.
I wish I was a
Yes.
character you could kill in it.
Talk to Rich. He might be able to do that
You
as
need
a
to talk
patch.
to him.
He's doing
See if he can
patches
do it Cutters.
constantly because he's finding out video games are not that easy.
They're not.
It's not just one and done. It's you
Oh.
gotta constantly fucking fix them.
Anyway, you're out.
But
Rich,
yeah, so
if
we're
you're
completely
listening.
DIY as far as our merch and our records. We're already developing material for a second record,
Yeah.
and
Ooh, what does this look like?
we had a bunch of riffs left over, and basically just kind of
Toolkit.
yeah, we're just kind of woodshedding them and kind of whipping them into shape so we can.
Is that a full length that you gave me?
It's 10 songs, so yes,
Okay.
it's considered a full length.
So then, are you set to go with another full length already?
Not yet. We have about maybe half.
half of that.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's not. They're like I said, they're just kind of rough sketches at this point. But
We got a 4-song EP in the cooker.
Okay. Do you have an estimated date of release? So if people were like,
well, we
"Ooh,
will have a song called October City that we will release in October.
Oh, cool.
So that will
That
we're
was-
on track
that
to
was
have
done,
that.
right?
Well, I just need to cut vocals for it, but that we're on track to have that completely produced and ready to go by Friday the 13th, right?
Yeah, which is our next show.
That's funny. Kip and I get married on Friday the 13th.
No.
Ah, because we're creepy, spooky people.
Yeah.
Yay!
I
the
told
song
that
October
time,
City is about
Ooh,
creepy, spooky,
that's a
hot
story.
goth girls. So
Yay!
There
I'm
you
not
go.
a goth girl, but people think I am for this month.
You're a scoff girl.
Scott.
Oh my god! Not even a thing.
She used to have a little
Very-
hat.
Very good.
I did. Have
Well, we'll be
some-
sure to dedicate it to you guys.
Cool. You should post it on our page. You're more than welcome to post any of your stuff on our page, just so that.
Okay.
I'm good now.
These guys are rude as fuck.
Me? Yeah,
Rude.
I am.
Rude.
What kind of
Rude. Anyway,
production
You're having a good time. That's good.
did you have a good time though?
Oh yeah.
Have you guys ever done anything like this before with your group? An interview or anything?
I have talked on a podcast years ago, but no, we've never performed. I don't think.
So, how does your music come to be? When you guys get together to practice, is it you've got a piece and you've got a piece and you all come together, or does Jamie go, "Hey guys, this is what we're doing. I'm in charge of everything. Here's the song," and you just play it, or
I
what?
think it's a little bit of both. but
Okay.
Definitely Jamie's the lyricist.
Well, yes, I am the primary lyricist. Usually, it just comes from ideas or riffs that one of us will bring, and then we'll kind of jam on it for a while and say, that sounds like a verse, or that sounds like it could be a chorus or something, and then we need to build something around it. It's just a kernel, and then we kind of build a structure, decide what it should be, and then it comes fairly easy. Like, We try to keep it simple and not overthink it, as the song says.
Yeah, I like that. It's a
It
good.
is organic. It's
Yeah.
just put it together. This sounds good.
Get 8 bars and a title, and then we work from there.
Okay.
Basically, that's it. You know.
All right.
And then I'm usually the one to say, we need a bridge, or we need a guitar solo, and then that's that, and then this thing writes itself.
Nice. How about as far as where people can find you, social media, who runs that? What's this look like? Do you have like a list?
Well, we have an Instagram, we have a Facebook, and we also have a Bandcamp page where you can
Ooh.
listen to some of our material, and
Can they,
let's see.
can they purchase stuff off the band?
They can.
Yes,
The Bandcamp,
yes.
it's teamcutters.bandcamp.com.
Teamcutters.bandcamp.com. And Friday is another one of the first Friday
That's right.
Bandcamp. You
Mhm.
get more of the proceeds, correct? Isn't that how that works? All of
Something
it?
like that.
Yeah. Who's in charge of that? Who's in charge of your social
Me
media?
and Bob
Yeah.
kind of bounce back and forth.
I'm the new kid on the block. I've been with him for about, 6 months? No,
Yeah.
more than that.
How did you
How
get
about
thrown
that?
in? Just because you
Well,
knew
I
them?
know,
and
I
they
know
were
these two guys, and
Our original
Bob and
founding-
I were in a trio together for many years, and we had a falling out with the guitarist because he didn't seem to want to work towards. He's very talented, but he didn't want to work towards playing out. We wanted to play out, so I said, "Well, I'll help you with cutters," and he thought about it and said, "Go for it." And I'm in another band, so I keep myself busy, but in fact, we're playing at State Fair tomorrow.
Oh, that was going to be my next. My next question was, do any of you have any other projects? So, what other band are you in?
2309 band. It's classic rock, a little bit of country. It's definitely covers.
Okay.
But
And you're playing at the State Fair.
tomorrow, yeah, at Apollo's.
Okay.
And I also do, as a side gig, I do sound and lights for bands. So Sodman Sound and Lighting. If anyone needs any production work, I'm happy to oblige.
He does live sound and he can do the studio as well.
That's right.
And then I do Bob Fest, which is in the spring. I do a showcase of musical acts. Had bunch of acts over the years. I initially started with just acts that I was in, being kind of self-serving, and now I moved away from that. So now it benefits Mr. Bob's Under the Bridge, which helps homeless individuals with resources. And there's you get Bobtastic prizes. There's door prizes. 3 bands play.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So when you say it's meant to like provide resources to homeless humans, do those resources in the area come and show up? Like, for example, does Human Services come and say, here's what we have for people? Like, do they have resource tables at your event? Because if they don't,
They should.
I want to help.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm trying to get.
I can help with that.
I'm trying to get Mr. Bob, who runs that organization, to come and talk at Bob Fest.
Yeah,
Well, this has been like the last 3 years I partnered with that.
yeah.
So there'll be 3 bands. You pay the cover charge, the door, and then you get a ticket for door prizes, and then there's food and bands.
Where is it?
It's usually having the quarters.
River West.
River
Oh,
West.
it's so
yeah.
dank.
It is.
I love it.
It's a dank hole, but
It
Yeah.
is.
that's where we played our first
I love
Cutter
quarters,
show.
and I love
Yeah.
Pete, who works at quarters.
I mean, it's a nice.
Oh no, it's like
It's good
Milwaukee
day.
Port.
Yeah, it's Milwaukee Port.
Oh, yeah. it's
Yeah.
not-
Yeah,
So that's cool.
the dank.
That sounds awesome.
It's dank.
Yeah, if you want help with expanding it to make it like actually
Oh, that would be great.
community centric, where you have actual resources there where people could like, hey, this is what our organization does. You know?
Club
Um,
anything.
let me know.
Might
Absolutely.
Or if you
Absolutely.
need an MC, or
Might
if you
need a
want it
bigger
recorded,
venue, too.
we can do that too.
Oh,
Because we do those things.
Absolutely. Heck yeah.
We'll show up and we'll do those things. That's we
Yeah,
did that.
okay.
I know. Hey, I do human service stuff. Besides just music things.
Mhm.
But Bob Fest sounds awesome. So did you guys have that this year?
Yeah, that was.
You didn't miss a year.
Yeah,
I mean, I played
be
it
coming up
in-
on 7th year. I've had it through the pandemic.
Yeah,
I've had it.
yeah.
So 7 years going on
No
now.
miss.
7.
7 years. that's
Awesome.
that.
Yeah, and I changed. So the good best part is I can the date is flexible, so I can just. It's some usually I like to have it in March, but like years before I've had it in the summertime. I've had it on my birthday, which was the end of July. I've had it in.
So you just had a birthday?
Yes, I did.
Oh well, happy belated.
2 days ago, right?
Yeah.
You're older now.
2 days.
31st,
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
Happy
I was
birthday,
trying
Matt.
to be jokey, asshole-ish at the same time.
shut up! This is not like what is it? The two Muppets from that sit in the
Yeah.
balcony.
They
and-
don't like most things.
I'm back here, I'm doing it. Sorry.
Keep going.
Okay. So, yeah. So there's an event in Milwaukee called All Messed Up, where it's like there's like these 64 individuals get randomly paired into bands
Yeah.
of 4. So I like to have Bobfest after All Messed Up performs,
Yeah.
so I can snag some cool All Messed Up bands,
That would be cool. Yeah,
and then they play at Bobfest, and then the mixer.
that's cool.
It's a great networking event too. I think I'm gonna sign up for that as well this year.
All messed up, you mean?
Yes,
He wants to be all messed up.
I'm gonna be all.
Oh, you
messed up.
already are? No?
Yeah.
That's cool. Also send us information about that because I didn't know about that at all.
You know all my stuff?
No, how would I know about
I'm on
that?
their Facebook page somehow, because I thought you got me onto them.
Who knew?
Maybe.
I'm probably wrong.
I don't know.
And also, we've all been in a bunch of imaginary bands. As we
I
discussed
loved
before.
that song.
Yeah.
It was so
If
That
great.
you're a
is-
musician,
that is
you know
so
about imaginary
real.
bands. You never get out of the basement, or you never get out of the garage.
We like
constantly
had
make up
somebody
bands.
message us to get on the show, and then
I'm sorry.
as I was like, okay, before, like when we started doing this, I tried to run it as a very professional thing. I had, okay, who is your group? How many people? Can each of your people, provide X, Y, and Z as far as like, can you share it to your friends group? Do you have any music so that I can post it? Do you have any social media? And this guy's like, no, I have nothing. I'm like, are you a band? Not yet. I'm
No,
like, what the
What?
fuck are you messaging me, bro? Like, are you gonna just come and sit and talk with me? Because, like, that's
I guess you gotta
fine.
admire the hustle, but
It never went anywhere, but I was like, this is
That
bizarre.
reminds me of a story that the trio were in. I don't know if Bob was in it in this generation of it, but we had a guy come. He was going to be our lead singer, right? He was going to audition. He told us what songs to do, three songs. He came. He showed up and he couldn't do them. I said, dude, you don't.
The what?
Yeah,
That's like
it-
your teacher giving you a test with all the answers and you still fucking fail it.
So I talk about imaginary. He was.
Wow,
I mean, he couldn't even do the songs he asked us to rehearse.
that's amazing.
So anyway, yeah, imaginary.
that is weird.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, do you have anything in the works as far as the next place people can see you, or your current? That's what the hope is to book out.
As of now, the next thing we have solidly booked is the Friday the October 13th show at Quarters. But we would like to play before the summer is out again. We were supposed to play a benefit show back in June, but that kind of fell through.
Yeah.
And, so yeah, our books are open for the rest of the summer. So
Wonderful.
we'll try to reach out to some of your contacts too. And
Starlight is
play
a
a few.
skate park just over the border, and they do shows now too, which are really cool because you play while everybody's skating.
that
around.
sounds
Oh,
I would
yeah.
love that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was really cool. They just played. So
Pretty cool.
the hecklers over here, Josie and Kiff, are in a band called
Army of Cretans.
Army of Cretans, which they're living
Army of
up.
hecklers.
Look it up, man. We'll open up for you guys.
Hey, we could be your hecklers.
You could
You
just
can try.
You can try.
I'm sorry. I'm heckling, you're heckling me. I'm sorry.
I'm heckling your heckle.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they just played at Starlight, which is a really cool skate park venue that has become more of a thing. Our friend branched out into this venture, and that's what he did, was build the skate park, and so it's really cool.
That's rad.
We play with Death Wish. I don't know if you heard of them.
I think I have. Right on.
Yeah.
Retox AD. We played with them.
Yeah, you did.
There.
I was like, who else played that show?
And
Okay.
Fast Plants. Played that
That's
show.
right. That's right. So, within the local scene, who would you want to play with? Like, Are there any upcoming groups that you're like, I really like them? Or are you guys just kind of hanging out in the wind going, I'm just going to book shows and hope for the best?
Well, we did play a show with Murder Generation. We really like that. Who else have we played with that we really
Can I
liked?
inquire? Did you guys play a show at the Mother thing?
Weren't we going to?
We were going to, but then I think one of the members got sick, or
Okay.
That's why your friend had no clue what you was
We played with the Nasty Boys. I don't know if you ever heard of them. They're kind of a
Yeah!
performance
I
art.
seen they played the port not too long ago.
2 weeks ago, Josie.
Old Salt.
It was like 3 weeks ago.
We played with Old Salt. They're like Oi Oi Punk.
I don't know
Who
they
else have
are.
we played with? We played with Beast Sugar.
Oh,
Love
yeah.
Beast
Oh,
we
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Gabe is a
Gabe's
great
good.
friend of mine. He came down to the hot dog.
Oh, Gabe.
He came down to the glizzy contest. He's coming again, I'm
Glizzy.
sure. The hot dog hoedown.
That's the thing.
We're open to play with
Carly
everyone. I
BK
mean,
are dedicated.
we're all about
That's the
community.
thing
We you know, we don't want to have like any sort of clicky thing. We like everyone.
And we want to get out. We want to get out. We
Yeah,
don't want to be that
exactly.
imaginary band. I mean, it's
No.
nice to. It's
You
nice
don't
to
want
rehearse.
to be
We
there.
don't want
No,
to be
we-
imaginary.
Rehearsing is great.
It's
Yeah.
like
But
imaginary
we want to
numbers.
get out. Yeah. Yeah.
How often do you practice?
Once a week.
Above a flower shop.
That's
Does it-
right.
No
Does it
kidding.
smell
Yes, leave it on a flower
delicious?
shop.
It does.
Beautiful?
That smells
It
good.
actually does.
I believe it. Flower shops just have. They just have that ambiance.
I'm gonna
and smell.
plug Locker's Florist. Bob's also their delivery driver there, and
Aw.
Kimberly, the owner, she's a pretty kick-ass
Well, she's in.
proprietor.
The two of them are in Milwaukee Magazine this month.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool.
The face of floral design and delivery for Milwaukee Magazine.
Yeah.
Do it. Do it. Come on, Bob. Go.
Do it.
No.
Gotta do the hand.
You gotta do the hand. Oh, you did it! It's cute! Oh, yay! Thanks, Bob. That made my day. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's good. It's good to kick ass in your personal, professional life, as well as the fun after the imaginary band part of it too.
That's right.
So, I know that we're probably getting
Doesn't
close
matter.
to our time.
I haven't been keeping track of time, but
We are
we.
awesome.
I know I've been really good on that, but
You've been having
Approximately
fun.
10:15.
It's 10:15. Yeah.
let's wrap it up.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
in
motion.
conclusion, October 13th, these guys, Quarters, right?
Yep.
They're gonna
That's
be
locked in, and we'll have a new single called October City.
we were playing with Secondhand Souls and Apex Aura or Era. They're gonna be mad at me for messing up their name, but both those bands are really great.
as long as you do this.
Then you're
It'll be okay.
then you're cool. Apex, all right.
Cool.
See? Oh,
Exactly. You're
Oh,
good. You got
so
it.
I
wonderful.
like it too.
Oh, that's anytime you're
I do
good.
two
That's
hands.
yes, there you go.
2 out of the 4.
So with that, also you can catch them on Instagram, Facebook, and Bandcamp, the Team Cutters.
Yep,
.bandcamp.com,
You got it.
and you can get their merchandise. Do you guys still have shirts available?
We do indeed.
And you got stickers. I saw them on your stuff, and I saw pins
Mhm.
and albums. All that on the Bandcamp.
All of it on the Bandcamp.
Go there Friday, buy their stuff, and then on Monday, post it for Merch Monday. And these guys will post things on our page as soon as they're released, because you
Buy
guys have
my
a lot of cool
book.
stuff. I really want to know more about Bobfest and all mixed up, messed up,
All messed up.
Almost.
Yeah.
messed, MEST or MESSED.
Yeah,
That's
yes,
the one.
it's CD.
Okay, cool. So, thank you for joining me this
Well,
evening.
thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And we'll
Thank
work
you.
on some connections for you. With
Right.
that, without further ado, we'll leave you to your Wednesday night. I don't have another date. Maybe August 30th. I gotta check the calendar. John Roy, who had given us a bunch of stuff for the last Merch Monday we were able to do with Smoke and Mirror sound system.
Yeah, he sent us a lot of stuff.
He sent us so much stuff, and he says there's so much music to talk about. So I'm in the works to book with him. So stay tuned. I don't know if our life is going to become less busy because our children are in band, which
Yeah.
is wonderful.
No.
But that takes up some of our Wednesday nights. So we'll be there. If ever you have questions, comments, concerns, or ponderings, feel free to reach out onto the page. Or if you're in a band and you're like, hey, we just want to set up shows in the community, let us know that. We can connect you to a few venues and bands that would want to continue to partner with you. So, good night. Take the path less traveled. Be well, and we'll catch you next time. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Thank you.
Hanging up